the foundation was started right here in northern Wisconsin, but I'm an old Wisconsin boy. My dad and I hunted up here ever since the mid-1970s. And so I fell in love with the Northwoods, while I was still at SOCOM and active duty. And I thought this would be a great place to bring our nation's combat wounded.
In 2011, my last year in the military, one of the guys I deployed with, matter of fact, the man who saved my life when I was wounded in Afghanistan, he was the driver of the vehicle, committed suicide. And my best friend, Kyle Osborne, was killed in Afghanistan. In 2014, I lost my squad leader to suicide. In 2015, I lost a teammate to suicide. I was having a lot of those problems in my personal life, on top of trying to raise a family, work a job, just figure life out. And this foundation and this avenue saved me from that. The Wounded Warriors in Action Foundation, I feel like we make our biggest difference, and obviously in the men and the women, the heroes we serve, on our 47 events across 35 states. We service approximately 250 to 300 Purple Heart recipients a year on hunting and fishing excursions across the United States. When you look at the totality of 22 a day, the 22 suicides a day from combat veterans, if we can reach 300 men and women a year, that's a big impact we're having there. And to our knowledge, we've been doing this since 2007. Not one that we know of we've lost to suicide. So we're making a difference in not only the lives of these men and women, the heroes we serve, but the lives of their families and their friends and their coworkers. And that's how it affects communities with ripple effects. You start small and it ends in huge waves.
This is having a fundamentally important impact on people's psychological, social, and physical well-being. When we ask a veteran who's completed that intentionally designed outdoor therapeutic outing, they are self-reporting in a survey with over 300 respondents at this point. Overwhelming, and talking 85 to 95% of respondents are saying they feel improved sense of community, sense of belonging. They feel improved sense of connection to other veterans. They feel improved sense of connection to the rest of nature. Even on a touchier area of whether they've improved on their symptoms of PTS, 65% even say, I'm feeling better about my PTS symptoms than before I came on this event.
The favorite parts were meeting the guys, just having a great time, just like I did with my brothers while I was in the Marine Corps. I felt that brotherhood. So that's the reason why I love this and would love to attend more of these.
Oh, man, outstanding. It's been wonderful. It's been relaxing. I've met some wonderful people, my fellow recipients, and I had a chance to talk about things that normally we wouldn't talk about. But it's been a wonderful weekend. It's been relaxing. It's been a lot of fun.
The Wounded Warrior in Action Foundation's land we own in Phillips, Wisconsin, we call it our healing center there at Camp Hackett. And I was walking through the bunkhouse and I kept seeing this rendering of a painting on the wall, and it was of a lodge. And I asked John McDaniel, our founder, I said, what is that? And he said, well, that was my original idea for a healing center here. We just haven't been able to do that yet. Growing up with Kyle and knowing Kyle my whole life at Cabco Builders, they build manufactured homes. And I had just pitched the idea. I said, could we do that for these heroes? And he said, yeah. He said, I'd love to do it. I mean, he never even for a second said no.
We're family owned and operated, and we are very proud to support Wounded Warriors in Action. A couple years ago, we had a banquet after the turkey hunters come down, and Mr. John McDaniel, who runs the WWIA, he come down to the banquet, and he was just telling us about his camp up there in Wisconsin and this and that, but their lodging's wasn't real great, and he was kind of telling me about it, and I said, well, we could fix that. We'll build you a camp. We can build you a camp house, and that way you can get more veterans up there to hunt. And because they were just, they can only get a couple up there at a time, and that's how the idea started. And the thing about here is, my production manager, he was in the service. We've got numerous employees that were in the service, or their sons are now serving, or their fathers, grandfathers. So when this come about, everybody knew it was a Wounded Warrior in Action house, and they took a lot of pride in it. You know, so that was really good, and they got their picture made with it and all that kind of stuff. So that was, they took a lot of pride in building it, and it's just something giving back to where they had a hand in it. So I didn't have to sell it on nobody.
No, it's just, it blows me away. People are amazing. That's all I can say. And I must thank the wonderful community of Boaz, Alabama, Cabco, Matt Brannon, Kyle Bennett and his family. It's simply amazing to think that there's a connection between Alabama and northern Wisconsin vis-a-vis the heroes we serve that have served this country and bled in the uniform. It just blows me away.
It's really hard to just kind of put into just words what it truly means to us, but it's a game changer. We're going to be able to do so many different things with this. But the biggest thing now is we don't even have to worry about when that hero fills out that application, no matter what his disability, no matter what his injury is, we can house that. We can provide that service to them, and we can make them feel comfortable and their family feel comfortable that they're coming to a place to where we're going to provide a professional and safe environment for them for the weekend, and that's a big deal for us.
So the reason I contribute every year now is because, these men and women, these heroes, put their lives on the line for our country, and I think that's the smallest thing I could do to say thanks is donate to this.
The reason it means something to me is because I think we all feel some kind of sense of, duty to those guys that laid everything out there for us. And I may not be able to sit and talk to them like we are and relate to what they went through, but if I can help in any way I can to be able to do this, so whether it be financially or with my time or helping show up and support an event, that kind of stuff drives me. I feel like I can help in some way, right? To those people, men and women that sacrifice so much for us. If I can sacrifice just a little bit of my time or maybe money to help this program, then it's worth it to me.
We're helping replace some of those bad memories from what happened with good memories. The average age of the average veteran that's taken their life is about 50 in the case of men. And our average age of the veterans in our population is about 45. So I've been thinking to myself for years, I've known this, and I'm like, if you're going to get ahead of that bow wave, you better start doing something now, Ranger. And that's what we're doing.
By supporting Wounded Warriors in Action, you can contribute to the healing and to giving the Wounded Warriors a sense of peace.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank everybody that has donated and has supported the Wounded Warriors in Action. I ask you to continue to do so. Take care of us. Take care of our veterans. They need it.